I have about 12 years of IT experience, more than 12 years. I started my career as a C developer and then turned into Sun Solaris system administration, a complete different stream. And again, from 8.5 years onwards, I am working as a Cognos developer. I mean, I worked in multiple roles in the Cognos, like first of all, requirement gathering, preparing design documents, and then developing unit testing and production, post-production support. Like that, I worked in all the areas of the Cognos projects, and so far I completed 7 full life cycle projects. And I worked for different clients like Johnson & Johnson, Unicorn HRO, GSK, IBM. Like that, I worked for different clients. This is about my technical experience and about my teaching. So far, I completed many batches. I can say countless. I delivered many trainings in online, offline, and corporate. Like that, this is about my teaching experience. Any questions here? So let us continue our session. First of all, data warehouse. I think most of you aware about a data warehouse. No need to introduce a data warehouse. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sudhakar?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyhow, let me conclude in a brief way what is a data warehouse. Okay, so far we have something like DBMS. By adding new features, it will be ORD, first of all RDBMS, and then ORDBMS. What all are these first of all?
Database management system.
System relational database management system, and last one will be what stands for, I don't know.
Object oriented.
Okay, object oriented.
Oracle 8i onwards, object oriented. Everything is an object. Table is an object, and the column is also an object. Okay.
So, one second. What do we call an Excel file? It's an RDBMS or a DBMS?
Not too sure.
No.
Not too sure.
Because it's not relational, I guess. Because it's just
relational means table A join with B join with C. That is relational.
But not fetching data from different tables here. So.
Okay. Anyhow, orally, all these are methodologies to maintain data on top of a database. I mean, if you want to save some data in a database, either as per your requirement, either you can go for DBMS or RDBMS or ORDBMS. All these are strategies or methodologies to maintain data on a database. Okay. You can implement these methodologies in almost all the databases. I mean, like Oracle, DB2, Teradata, Netezza, everywhere. Okay. In the same way, we have another methodology, that is data warehouse. Data warehouse, this is also nothing but a strategy to store the data in a database. Like these methodologies, this is also just a strategy to store the data in a database. You can implement data warehouse theoretically in any of the databases, but some practical problems are there. I'll come to that a little bit later. Okay, we can implement this data warehouse in any of the databases theoretically. Okay, all these methodologies follows a similar way to store data, whereas this data warehouse, it follows somewhat different way while organizing the data in a database. How it differs? Let me explain. Say for example, in employee table, in our company, employee table is there. In that one record, employee number 101, and his name A, he is working for our US region. Assume we are paying 10,000 as salary for him. This is a record in my employee table. After some years, some time, we shifted him into our UK branch and the salary increased by 5,000. Then how this record gonna change? Or what is the SQL statement we are going to issue here? Anyone please?
Into update?
Update? Yes. So US will be changed as a UK and the salary increased by 5,000, 15,000. Right?
Okay.
This type of updations are there in these methodologies, in regular traditional methodologies. Whereas in data warehouse, no, we are not going to update any records. Keep the old record as it is and insert one more record with the updated information. Staff employee number 101, name A, now he is working for UK and the salary increased by 5,000, 15,000. After some years, some time, shifted him into our Australia branch, and a salary 20,000 now. Now he is working for our India Zoom, and now it is 25,000. Like this. Overall, what we are doing is we are maintaining the history of this employee. We are not updating anything. We are not deleting anything. Keep on insert like that. Overall, what we are doing is we are maintaining the history of this employee. Why? What is the use if I maintain the history like this? If I want to do some analysis, see how much I am spending more on his salary. Initially paid 10,000, now paying 25,000, means I can say we are spending 15,000 more on his salary, right? As you told, if we update the record at the final, this is the only the record which is going to be there in our database. So if I want to do analysis, it is not possible. That is why main concept of data warehouse is maintaining history like this for analysis. Main concept is analysis. Analysis is not required, then no need to construct, no need to maintain any data warehouse. And I'm not going deep into this. Here you may ask, where is the primary key? Primary key will be there, that is surrogate key. Of course, I'm not going to in detail about this. Overall, the thing is we are maintaining history like this for analysis. This is the case with only one employee. If I maintain all my enterprise data like this, I mean, first of all, procurement, production, marketing, sales, HR, public relations. If I maintain all my enterprise data like this, then the database size, it grows rapidly. It grows rapidly. After 2 years, after 5 years, this may contain terabytes, petabytes of data sometimes. So preferred databases for data warehouse is the latest databases like Oracle, Teradata, Netezza. These are especially for data warehouses. Why? Because the database product what we're gonna use for the data warehouse, it should provide bulk data processing capabilities, and it should have multi-processing capabilities. First of all, multi-processing. Why? Because it is having tons of data. So if a single channel is there to access the data, so the system goes down. So multi-processing capabilities needs to be there, and bulk data support should be there. So recent databases like Teradata, Netezza, these are exclusively for data warehouses. Okay, any questions here?
You mentioned surrogate key.
Yep.
Can you just give me a definition? I don't.
Surrogate key, that is a machine generated key, auto incremental kind of key. See, for example, for this record, it will be 1, for this it will be 2, for this it will be 3. Like that, we use that surrogate key as a primary key for this table.
Okay, it's like a combination of keys?
That depends. You can use surrogate key as a primary key, but usually that is a machine generated key, like incremental, auto incremental number.
Okay.
Okay, anyhow, the main concept of data warehouse is maintaining history like this for analysis. Okay, now let us see overview of the data warehouse. Of course, this total thing is not our area. Don't worry, don't confuse. Just we need to know what is what. That's it. Okay. Take a company, for example, Johnson & Johnson. Assume they have multiple departments like R&D, sales, and public relations. For R&D, they're using Oracle as database. For sales, they're using MS SQL Server. For public relations, they're using MySQL. Assume like this. Okay, they are using heterogeneous databases throughout their organization. Why? Why can't they use a single database for their total company needs? They are using heterogeneous databases because of their requirements and price licensing. Okay. For example, in this R&D department, by spending crores of the dollars, the result of the R&D is there in the department. So they're very sensitive data. They need to protect it. It is not supposed to leak. So they need to maintain high security here, and they are maintaining not only the successful R&Ds, they are maintaining the failed R&Ds also. Why? Because those are the learned lessons. So bulk data support should be there. When compared to other database products, Oracle can give you that type of environment. I mean, high security and bulk data. So they are using Oracle here. For sales, security issues somewhat less, and Our data volume is also somewhat less. MS SQL Server, it is enough for their needs here, somewhat cheaper than Oracle. For public relations, they are using MySQL. This department generally it contains customer addresses, distributor addresses. So the data volume is very less, and security issues also minimal. So they are using MySQL open source. Okay, if for public relations also, if they want to use Oracle, yeah, definitely they can use. No one restrict them. But the thing is, not that much requirement is there. Then why unnecessarily pay license for Oracle like that? Depending on their requirements and price, they are using heterogeneous databases throughout their organization. These individual databases, these are called as ODS, operational data sources, and all of them together called as operational source system. The total thing is source for our data warehouse. Now extract the data from the source system and place that in a temporary database called a staging database. This is a temporary database. And then apply transformations on top of the data whatever you placed into your staging. Transformations. Here the count is differ from product to product what you are using for this process, like cleansing, tuning, lookup, filter, aggregator, like that many transformations are there. The count is differ from product to product. First of all, what is a transformation? See, on a particular day, assume January 1st, 2015, in this bank account, account number 101, and his opening balance is this much. And in the same day, in the same account, there are multiple transactions are there like this, multiple deposits and multiple withdrawals are there in this bank account number 101 on a particular day. Okay, this is the information what I have in my source system, and I put this information, I extracted this information from my source system into the staging, and now I need to apply transformations. What is a transformation? First of all, what is the purpose of the data warehouse? I told that is analysis, right? As a bank manager, for my analysis, all these records not required. I want to have total deposits and total withdrawals only for my analysis. So if I want to get total deposits and total withdrawals, here I need to perform some calculations like summation of all deposits and summation of all withdrawals, right? That type of things are called as transformations. This is a minimal basic example for a transformation. Okay, so apply transformations on top of the data and then load the data into data warehouse. How we are maintaining the data in the data warehouse? Account number 101, January 1st, total deposits how much, total withdrawal how much, that's it. Don't update or don't delete the record again. For January 2nd, delete one, for January 2nd, insert one more record like account number 101, January 2nd, total deposits how much, total withdrawal how much, January 3rd, account number 101, total deposits, total withdrawals. Don't delete any record from there, keep an insert. Like that, we are maintaining the history in this data warehouse. This process, extraction, transformations, load, this process is called as a ETL process. For ETL, different tools are available in the market like Informatica, data stage, data manager, the many other tools also there. By using the tools, we are loading the data into data warehouse. Any questions here so far?
Is there any difference between Oracle and MySQL?
Oracle and MySQL, that is database level, right? Oracle, it gives you bulk data support. MySQL, before last year, up to last year, it supports up to 2 GB only. That is very lightweight MySQL open source. Oracle commercial, like that many differences are there.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Kunal, Sudhakar, Sweta? Okay. By using this ETL process, extraction, transformations, and loading, we are loading the data into data warehouse. Assume tons of data is there. What is the purpose of the data warehouse? Analysis, right? Participants, please please respond to my questions. Please involve in the sessions. Raise questions if you have any. So it will be fruitful, right? Okay, the main purpose of the data warehouse is analysis, I am saying. Okay, by using the ETL process, we are loading tons of data into data warehouse. And some of you, Kunal and the VPCH, you are already having experience in the bulk data, right? Okay. So far, may I know what is the large database you worked so far? Data warehouse, for example.
Like database, like we're handling the number of buyers for McAfee in terms of different countries. So
Size. How much is the size of the database?
I'm not calculated because it's handled by Insight OD. It's a stable CRM tool. It handles the data. I'm not. I don't know.
Okay. I worked on a data warehouse which is having 750 petabytes. Just think, 750 petabytes. Okay. Of course, not all cases. Not in all the cases. Like that, what I'm saying is your database, it may contain, data warehouse, it may contain terabytes, petabytes of data. Okay. By using the ETL process, we are loading the data into the data warehouse. Tons of data is there. The purpose of the data warehouse is analysis. One day, a sales manager asked me to do some analysis on his sales staff. If I say, boss, the tables are there in data warehouse, I am granting you access on the tables, write your own SQL and do your own analysis. If I say like that, then what happens? That will be my last day, right?
You cannot allow him to access your data. You cannot allow him to access your data without proper permission. It will like he can do changes in the data for permanent.
That is, I am saying, I can give him a read-only access, and I can create a view for his business area only. See, for example, he is working for India. I can create a view which shows India information only, and I can give read-only access to the user.
You can grant some of the codes also to him. You can give permission.
Based on his access rights, I can create views which shows the information whatever I can show him, and I can give him access on that. Even if I do like that, security breaches, okay, I am following all the security mechanisms. But writing queries with the end user, it is not possible. He is a sales user. If you ask him like customer trends, consumer government policies, company policies, gross profit, net profit, like that, he will explain you on fingertips. That is his area. But if you ask him to write SQL, no, it is not possible with them. So, can I say the data, tons of data loaded into data warehouse, useless, not usable by user, obviously useless.
They will want in terms of reports, like dashboards, what to use most.
Yeah, that is why I am saying if you give access to the data warehouse to the users, it is not possible with them to write SQL. So for that, we have another area in the data warehouse, that is reporting. Okay, instead of giving access on the data warehouse to the users, if you prepare some sort of reports like some charts, like these are the top 5 employees who are working very good in Asia Pacific. These are the least 10 employees who are not at all good at Europe. Otherwise, these are the least 10 products which are not that much moving in America. Like that, if I prepare some charts or trends kind of thing, or some pivots kind of thing, and if I present them to the users, they can understand it easily, and then they can take actions accordingly. Right? For that, we have one more area in the data warehouse, that is reporting area. By using this ETL process, extraction, transformations, and load, by using this ETL process, we are loading the data into data warehouse, and by using the reporting tools, we're gonna prepare some sort of reports based on the data whatever already presented in the data warehouse. For reporting, we have many tools are there, like at least a dozen of tools. Cognos BI, Business Objects, ClickView, Pentaho, SSRS, many tools are there.
Recently, the new one is the Tableau.
But all those are lightweight. Don't worry. The future will not be, will be very less for the Tableau and the ClickView. I know them.
ClickView is already off the market.
Yeah, if the data volume is high, these are my basic tools. No, these tools will not play on that. That is why still Cognos is surviving. Okay.
Yeah, BO is also important one. SAP BO.
Banks also are using Cognos.
Yeah. Okay, like this, we have at least a dozen of tools are there in the BI market. Among them, this Cognos BI, I can say at least it is having 30 to 35% market share. So far, IBM sold 32,000 licenses on this Cognos BI. That much widely used tool this is, and we are going to learn this Cognos BI. Any questions here?
Yeah, Ajay, which version we are going to learn?
Hey,
We are going to learn the recent latest version 10.2.1. Of course, 10.2.2 also released, but in the last month itself. There are no major differences are there between the versions. All the versions are almost all same.
Okay.
Okay, and
hey Ajay, Kunal here.
yep.
Yeah, so I have heard about Cognos EP also. So are we going to cover EP along
EP,
with
that is EP, that is very old version. Nowadays, no one using EP.
Okay.
Enterprise, are you talking about enterprise planning?
Yes,
EP
yes.
means two things are there. EP7 series, EP6 series is there, almost 10 years old versions.
Yeah, I'm talking about enterprise planning only.
Enterprise planning, that is also outdated. Nowadays, people using TM1.
Okay. So, okay, got it. Yeah. Okay.
But the thing is, the business area itself, it is different for those tools to this Cognos BI. In this, in our sessions, we are going to learn BI area, and again the TM1. Those are different area. Those are not for BI. Those are for performance monitoring kind of tools. Those are.
Okay. Okay.
Cognos, it is having many products like Cognos Finance. Cognos Finance, of course, IBM already sold that one to some other company. I am not too sure about that. Okay, like that, many tools are there. Our agenda is we are going to learn Cognos BI, business intelligence.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Usually, if I say Cognos, Sudhakar, you are asking something?
No, sir, no. Carry on, sir.
Okay. If I say Cognos, usually people say this as a data warehouse tool. No, Cognos is not only a data warehouse tool. Cognos basically that is a reporting tool. To generate reports, you need to have some source data. You can get data from a data warehouse, or you can get data from OLTP system itself, or you can get data from Excel sheets, flat files, anywhere. The data is there. We can access the data and we can prepare reports by using this Cognos BI tool. Okay, before going into Cognos, let us talk something about this OLTP and OLAP. The source system, this is OLTP, online transactional processing, data warehouse, OLAP, online analytical processing. Then how these two differs. OLTP system, this is basically for day-to-day business, transactionals. The name itself says transaction processing. All the transactions will be recorded in this system. Like say for example a bank. If you go to bank, if you do something like if you do some deposits, withdrawals, or if you do online transactions or POS transactions, ATM transactions, everything will be recorded here in this OLTP system itself. So number of hits for this OLTP, it will be very high. So the database server should respond as fast as possible. Then that is why these OLTP systems are normalized. Any idea about normalization? We have something like 1NF, 2NF, BCNF, like that.
Like 3 forms, first, second, third I have come across.
Yeah. What is the why we are doing normalization? As per the definition, normalization is a process which increases the database server performance by reducing the redundancy. Right?
Yes, sir.
So these OLTP systems, these are normalized systems. And OLAP, these are denormalized systems. Why? Because if you allow, if you remove the redundancy, it is not possible to maintain the history. That is why OLAP systems, these are denormalized systems. And this is for analysis only. This is for the transactions, and this is for analysis. See, this is the data what I have. This is my transactional processing. All the transactions recorded here. Whereas in data warehouse, I am not maintaining all these records. I am maintaining the information which is useful for my analysis. I can say consolidated information. Okay. this is OLTP system. It needs to be there to run my business. OLAP, this is not to run the business. This is to do analysis on my running business. Right? Okay. Now, OLAP, number of users are very, very less. Very, very less. Like as a manager, me only the user who are going to do analysis on my bank. I am not going to allow my customers to do analysis on my bank, right? I am only the user, or my superiors like general managers, regional managers, anyhow, comparatively very, very less. So denormalization, denormal form, that is not that much important thing here, because number of users are less, and even in denormal form also, to get the better performance, we have something like dimensional modeling. OLTP, it follows relational model, like table A join with B join with C, like that. OLAP, it follows multidimensional modeling. Of course, this is not the right time to discuss about multidimensional modeling. In our tool, anyhow, we are going to design a multidimensional model. At the time, I'll explain you how these two differs. Okay, anyhow, now let us talk about this Cognos BI. The same tool, Cognos BI, sometimes we call this as a querying tool, and in some aspect we call this as reporting tool, and sometimes we say this as a business intelligence tool, and sometimes we say this as a decision support system. These many names are there. The same tool, in different perspectives, we say querying tool, reporting tool, business intelligence tool. Why like these many names? Let me explain one by one. Querying tool. Being a tool, Cognos creates queries automatically. No need to write any select star from. No, not required. Being a tool, Cognos creates queries automatically. And in worst case, assume the query prepared by Cognos is not meeting my expectations. In worst cases, I want to edit the SQL. Yes, you can edit the SQL generated by Cognos. One more situation, I did not want to allow Cognos to write SQL. I can write myself. Yes, you can write yourself. Freestyle reporting or freehand reporting. First of all, tool, it prepares the queries automatically. If you want to edit the SQL generated by the tool, you can edit, or if you want to write SQL yourself, you can write. And one beautifulness here with these tools is you can join heterogeneous databases. I think all of you know about Oracle sample table, employee and department, right?
Yes.
Assume employee table is there in Oracle, department table that is there in DB2. Is it possible to write join between them? Not possible.
No, because they are into two different databases.
Yeah, but these tools can manage the scenario. We can join the heterogeneous databases into same query. Okay, now reporting tool. By using Cognos tool, we are going to prepare some sort of reports. Just I'll give you a overview what is a report and how it will be useful for the business, like that. For that, I am taking Excel. Here my intention is what is a report and how it will be useful for business. A sales manager asked us to do some analysis on his sales staff performance. How much revenue generated by them in April and May? Well, he wants to see whether their performance is it increasing or not. Now he requests us to create a report. I am preparing a sample report. Staff name and revenue generated by them in April, revenue generated by them in May, and the difference. Okay, now staff name A, assume he sold 2 lakh worth of goods in April, and here 2,20,000 worth of goods. His performance increased by 20,000. Let us take one more employee B. Assume he also sold 2 lakh worth of goods only in April, and here 10 extra. Huh? Okay, and here he sold 1,80,000. His performance degraded by 20,000. And one more employee C. Assume 2 lakhs, 2,50,000. His performance increased by 50,000. Creating this type of reports is a Cognos developer task. Now the report development completed. Submit the report to the manager who requested you. Now the manager, he started analyzing this report. Staff A, okay, his performance increased by 20,000, good. Staff B, his performance degraded. And we are noticing from past couple of months, or half an year, his performance is degrading. What to do with him? Provide some training for him, otherwise motivate him, otherwise terminate him. Like that, the managers are there, they're taking their own decisions depending on this type of reports. Okay, one more employee C, he's topper among all his employees, so give him some cash incentive. Here A, his performance increased but not that much, so don't give him any cash incentives, just send him an appreciation mail. Like that, the managers, they are taking their own decisions depending on this type of reports. Okay, the manager, they need to focus more on these negative performed employees. Why? Because of these employees, we are losing our business, and this is advantage to competitors. I'll give you a rough scenario here. Say for example, we are working for a Colgate company, and this B, his responsibility is to distribute our product to all the outlets in a particular geographical area. He is not distributing properly, that is why his performance is degrading. Okay, we have a customer who is using our Colgate paste from past 10-15 years. Why he is continuing with us for that much long time? He likes some quality, some taste or something in our paste, that is why he is continuing with us. One day, the customer completed a paste that is completed, finished, and he wants to buy a new paste. He went to an outlet and he asked for Colgate paste. But because of this B, in that outlet, our Colgate paste is not available. But using paste, there is a daily need. That is why, because of non-availability of our Colgate paste, the customer bought something like Pepsodent. He started using that. He may like something there. If he likes something there, from there onwards, he never come back to Colgate. All these things are happening because of this B only. Because of this B, we are losing our business. That is the reason the manager, he needs to focus more on the negative performed employees. Not only these three, assume we have many other records like this. Out of them, from second record or some 55 records, some 105 records, those are having negative numbers. Instead of checking all these, if I highlight the negative performed employees like this, then by seeing the report itself, the manager, he can understand what is going there and he can take actions accordingly. Right? This is one example for a report. And I'll give you one more example. In a company, a procurement manager is there. He wants to buy 100 computer systems for a project. This is not the first time. They already bought multiple times and they are maintaining their dealers and their qualities in their data warehouse. Qualities means how they are charging and what is about the service and how fast they are able to deliver the systems, like that. Now I am preparing a report. Dealer X, dealer Y, dealer Z. Qualities means price, service, duration. Okay, here I want to give ranks out of 5. 1 is best and 5 it will be worst. And I am giving ranks like this: 1, 3, 5. Let us give everything average here. And 5, 3, 1. Okay. This type of report prepared, submit the report to the manager who requested you. Now he started doing analysis on this. Dealer X, price 1. 1 means he is giving best price, service average, duration 5. 5 means worst. A 1 week, 10 days kind of delay is there with him. Dealer Y, everything is average. Dealer Z, 5 means worst. Of course, this is not like double, triple, comparatively high. And service average, duration 1 means best duration. Okay, now what the manager situation is, he needs to start the project immediately. In that case, he wants to buy 100 systems for that project. Now, to whom he is going to place the order? He wants to buy, he needs to start the project immediately. In that case, he wants to buy systems, and to whom he is going to place the order?
Why?
Why not Z? With him, we have very less duration. He can deliver the systems immediately.
But pricing and the servicing is there also. They're providing the price is 3. The pricing is like more good than the Z.
Yeah, that is case to case, depends, right? Depends on his situation. He needs to start the project immediately. Immediately, I am saying. So he go for Z. Price, of course, as I told, this is not like double triple. When compared to others, it is something high.
And depend on the budget they have for the project.
Yep. That is case to case. Usually, what I am saying is to start the project immediately. He needs to have the systems immediately. In that case, he'll go for Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
no one will go for that because the duration is too much.
Yep. That is I am saying case to case.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. One more scenario. Till now the project is in discussion stage, not yet confirmed, not yet finalized. There is no guarantee that we are going to get the project. He wants to buy 100 systems for that project. Then to whom he is going to place the order?
Yeah, X.
Obviously X. Why? Because best price. Duration, this is not that much important now. The two, as I told, this is not like months, 1 week, 10 days. The project itself, it is in discussion stage only, not yet finalized. So, he will go for X. Like that, before taking decisions, they need to depend on this type of reports. Without following the reports, if they take decision, either they may lose time or they may lose money. If you need to start the project immediately without considering this project, this report, if he places the order to X, what happens? Worst duration. He lose time. Like that. Okay, by using Cognos tool, we are preparing this type of reports. That is why we call this as reporting tool. And business intelligence tool, the managers, they are able to analyze what is going there in their business. This is one example for that. Decision support systems, before taking decisions, they need to depend on this type of reports. That is why we are calling this tool as decision support systems. Clear? Any questions here?
No, sir.
Yeah, no questions, sir.
No more
Okay.
questions.
And now let us talk about the versions. Here we have EP6, Enterprise 6, Series 6, like the different names are there. Cognos 6, like the people call it different names, but the given name is EP6. I'm not too sure whether is there any prior versions to this or not. I started my career here. EP6, and then they released EP7 series, Enterprise 7, and then they released Cognos ReportNet, and then they released Cognos 8. Here 8 series, 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4, and then there is Cognos 10 series. Cognos, this is like 10.1, 10.2.1, and 10.2.2. This is the latest one, of course, not yet released into the market, and we are using this one. These are the different versions. And now this is the report what I told you, staff name and the differences, revenue generated by them. Okay, leave it. And now in Cognos, different tools are available. Like some of them are web-based applications and some of them are Windows-based applications. Okay, first of all, let us see what is web-based and what is Windows-based. First of all, Kunal, Ram, Sudhakar. Who is this Ram?
My VP updated my name here for you to address me.
You made my things easy. Okay, Kunal, Ram, Sudhakar, Sweta.
Yeah, Ajay. So Windows based will be your desktop applications, and web based will be like it will be open for all under.
No. Okay, anyhow, let me explain. Of course, web-based means you need not to have any software in your machine. Everything you can access from the web, just like Gmail. No software required, right? Straight away you can access that. YouTube, no player you need to have. Directly you can access. Okay, and Windows-based means you need to have some software installed in your machine, and you need to work with that software, whatever you have in your machine. That is Windows-based. Okay, web-based means no software required. Okay, web-based applications. First one is Cognos connection here. Cognos connection, this is an entry point kind of thing for all the web-based applications. If you want to access any of these web-based applications, First of all, you need to connect with this Cognos connection portal, and from there you can access these remaining reporting applications. Okay, and these are Query Studio, Report Studio, Analysis Studio, Event Studio. All these are reporting applications only. All these are reporting applications only. Then you may ask, why these many tools for reporting? Okay, Report Studio, this is professional report authoring tool. As a developer, we are going to work with this Report Studio only. Query Studio and Analysis Studio, I can say these are just like subsets kind of thing for this Report Studio. Subsets. You may ask, already we have a superset Report Studio, then why subsets like Query Studio and Event Studio? Query Studio and Analysis Studio, these two are basically not meant for the developers. Those are for end users. End users, if they want to create their own ad hoc reports, they can use this Query Studio and Analysis Studio. Then you may ask one more question. Already our team is there as developers. We are developing the reports. Then what is the use for the end users? I mean, what is the need for end users to create their own ad hoc reports? Not only in Cognos, anywhere we need to follow the process. First of all, user they need to raise their requirement. As a developer, we need to understand what exactly they want to see there, and then if we have any questions, then we need to schedule a meeting with them and discuss with them. Orally, we need to get 100% clarity, and then prepare design documents, submit for review. If any review comments are there, we need to address them. Like that, orally. If the documentation finalized, then only you need to go for development. Once the development done, you need to test the reports yourself to ensure whether those reports are showing accurate data or not. And then you need to and then move it for testing. And if any bugs are there in the testing, then only then you need to fix them. If no bugs, then only the end user is able to see that report, right? To complete the total process, it will take at least a small report, it will take at least 2 to 3 days. This process is common for all the tools, not only for the Cognos. But for the end user, his requirement is not that much great requirement. By simply dragging and dropping, he wants to do his own analysis. For that, we have Query Studio and Analysis Studio. These are for end users with basic options. Okay. Hello, people, are you following me?
Okay.
Yes, Ajay.
This is the purpose of Query Studio and Analysis Studio. Okay, any questions here?
No, sir.
Okay, Event Studio, this is a event monitoring kind of thing. Say for example, each month end, if any of my salespersons is crossing 2 lakhs revenue at month end, I want to send an appreciation mail. We can automate by using this Event Studio. Okay, like this, all these studios are reporting applications only. Of course, we have some latest studios introduced in Cognos 10 series, like Workspace Advanced. Of course, we are going to cover those also. Okay, all these reporting tools, what I am saying is, these tools can produce queries automatically. But the thing is, without knowing anything about our database, how these tools can produce queries? See, for example, Kunal, Ram, Sudhakar, Sweta. Assume you don't know anything about Oracle tables, employee and department. You don't know them, assume. Okay, if I write a join between them, if I ask you to write a join between them, is it possible with you even though you are very good at query writing?
No.
No.
Not possible.
No.
Why? Because you need to know something about the tables.
There should be something common with primary
Yeah,
key,
yeah. You
foreign
need to know
key
them, right?
You need to
You need to know them. Without knowing them, how come? You are very good at SQL writing, but for you also it is not possible. In the same way, for these tools also, it is not possible to produce queries automatically. For that, we have a framework manager here. Basically, this is a metadata modeling tool. What we do here is we need to import the metadata from the database, and we need to apply the join conditions between them, some predefined calculations, predefined filters, what is the security mechanisms we need to follow. All these things together called as modeling. Once we are done with the modeling, then create a package and publish the package. By using the published package, we need to use the published package as a source for these reporting applications. In form of the package, these tools knows about the database, and from there onwards, these tools can produce queries automatically. Let me give some rough example. Assume you as these reporting applications and me as framework manager. In framework manager, what I'm doing is I'm writing everything about employee table and department table on a paper. Employee table, it is having columns like employee number, employee name, manager code, blah blah blah. Department table, it is having department number and location. If you want to join these two tables, use the department number. This is a common column. Like that, I'm putting everything on a paper. Assume the paper is a package. If I give you the paper, if I give you the package, if you look into the package, everything is there about employee and department there in the package, right? From there onwards, you can write queries on your own.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Clear? Or can I repeat this?
Clear, no problem.
Sweta?
Yeah, clear, Ajay.
Okay. Now, in Framework Manager, while explaining about the employee table and department table, I myself am explaining something wrong about those tables. Just based on my explanation only, you are preparing the queries. So you prepare wrong SQL, obviously we're gonna get wrong result. In this case, the problem is there with you or with me.
Problem is with you, framework manager.
With me only in the framework manager. I explained in the wrong way. Just based on my explanation only, you are preparing the queries. So the problem is with me only in the framework manager only. So
Yes.
while doing the models in the framework manager, we need to take much care. We can say this is a hard kind of thing for the total Cognos. If you do anything wrong here, obviously that will reflect in all the areas of reporting. So I can say this is a hard kind of thing. And transformer, I'll come back to this transformer a little bit later. Okay, in working projects, we need to start with the framework manager, and there we need to design we need to do the metadata modeling and then create packages, publish packages. By using the published package, we are going to work with this report studio. This is working projects, real-time projects. But for learning the tool, we are going to start with report studio at first. Why? Because if I change something in the framework manager, definitely that will reflect in the reporting. So if I change something here in the framework manager, what is happening in the reporting, how it is reflecting? If you want to know that, first of all, you need to know how the report studio is behaving while preparing the queries. If you know that, then I can explain you in the framework manager. See, I am changing small thing here. See how it is reflecting in the reporting. Like that, I can give you the comparisons. If you are able to grasp what is going there at reporting level, first of all, we need to know report studio. That is the reason. First of all, we are covering report studio and then framework manager. We are going to cover almost all the topics whatever provided by them in the framework manager and report studio. And then Cognos connections. Cognos connections, this is somewhat administration kind of thing. Of course, my class, this is not meant for the dedicated admins like I think Sweta. Okay, here this is admin topics are there. We are going to cover the admin topics which are useful for a developer. Of course, not only useful, we are going to cover more features which are required for a developer. Sweta, for you, I think I can handle all the admin activities, but the thing is, I have a limited infra.
Okay.
Okay, and then once we are done with the Cognos connections, then I'll explain you this Query Studio, Analysis Studio, Event Studio. And once we are done with all these, here this is the transformer, this is a cube creation tool. Actually, the license is different, the course is also different, but I'll give you overview on this transformer for you in the same batch itself. Overview, not in detail. And our major focus here is Framework Manager and Repo Studio. Of course, if you know the Repo Studio, the remaining studios, these are not that much great tools. Okay, this is our agenda. Any questions here?
Yeah, Kunal.
Yeah, Kunal, please.
Yeah. So in Cognos, do we get any such requirement where we need to create tables or metadata also apart from what we have in the database?
No. Again, in Cognos, no. We are not going to write back anything into the database. The data is there, just access that. That is a Cognos developer task. But the thing is, assume your project is a very small project. I mean, team size is very less. You and your colleague, two only there. And unfortunately, some requirement there needs to create a table. They may ask you to create a table. This is IT life. We need to learn it and we need to do it. But as a Cognos developer, no need to create any tables, no need to insert records into the tables. No, just select the data, whatever there in the table.
Okay.
Yep.
So how many days completed this session?
Okay. I planned it for 30 hours. The two depends on you. If I feel you are grasping quickly, I am ready to close this by 25 hours. Or if I feel like some repetition needed for you, I am ready to stretch it for 35 hours. Not a problem for me. Either way is okay for me. And after completion of each topic, I'll give you hands-on exercises. You need to complete those exercises yourself. And I am giving you the assurance that if you follow me completely and if you complete all the exercises given by me, I am giving the assurance like at least 80% of your project requirements we already covered in the exercises and in our class itself. I mean, once you get job and if you start your project, then you may feel like at least 80% of the requirements you already know them. I can say at least 70%. And the remaining 20%, like you may get idea while doing the practice, we did like this, then why can't I do like this here? Like that, you can get a minimal idea about the requirements, and the remaining 10-15%, you need to do some R&D. And about the exercises, I won't give you any help on the exercises. You need to complete the exercise yourself. Why I'm saying like that means if you start working with the tool, you may learn many things there. You can get good handy with the tool. If you feel like you really worked hard, but even you didn't get that one, then I am ready to give you the solution. Okay, and what else?
Okay, Ajay. Like if you were ClickView and Tableau, those are lightweight tools, but like Cognos or SAP BO, they're like a bit heavyweight tools. So can you like justify the difference?
The volume wise, if the data volume is high,
okay.
Can you guess what is the main difference between, as someone asked in the class, difference between Oracle and Excel? These two can hold the data.
How is possible to different? Oracle and Excel.
Yeah, in Excel also nowadays you can maintain bulk data.
Yes, sir.
The 60,000 records limit, everything removed, right, Ram?
Yeah.
You can maintain huge data in Excel also nowadays.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then why Oracle? Kind of you can imagine like that.
Okay, I understand. Like yeah.
Okay, sir.
Anything else? Any questions? Okay, anyhow, we'll take care about the installations and everything. Our people will transfer the software to you, and our admin, they'll take care about the installations. Nothing to worry about that. And one more thing, what to say? Yeah, that to the software, that is not like 1 month trial kind of thing. You can use it up to any extent, not a problem.
Yeah, one more thing, Ajay. Are we going to
Please.
perform in it in VMware or personal version?
VMware only, why? Because you cannot install the Cognos on Cognos 8 or kind of thing. I mean, on Windows 8 kind of thing. It is not possible.
Okay.